Hello everybody and welcome to the next in our series of Meet the Manager. So I'm delighted to be joined by the True Potential Growth Aligned Fund team. So gents, I'm just going to ask you to introduce yourself. So Paul, I'm going to start with you.
Hi there, yeah, Paul Durrans, Investment Director, been at True Potential now for coming up to 10 years, been managing the Growth Aligned solution right from the beginning back in May 2018.
Excellent, thanks Paul. Matt?
Yeah, hi Chris, Matt Henderson, I'm one of the portfolio managers here at True Potential, not been here quite as long as Paul, joined in August of 16 and started helping Paul on the Growth Aligned range in 2020.
Excellent, thanks Matt. And even newer than Matt, Kevin?
Hi Chris, so my name's Kevin Kidney. So unlike Paul and Matt, I didn't start my career at True Potential. I was a fixed income fund manager for 10 years prior to joining True Potential at the start of this year.
Excellent, thanks Jen. So maybe one of the things to start off with is, you all work for True Potential. So that's something that's different to our other managers. Paul, do you just want to walk through that?
Yep, we all sit in within the investment management firm, and we work and sit alongside yourselves, the True Potential portfolio team. But we are our own individual team and held to the same standards of our other True Potential investment manager partners.
Yeah, and that's a really good point actually. For myself, obviously I look after the True Potential portfolio proposition. Every single partner is treated the same. We keep every single partner under exactly the same glare under the microscope. Paul, maybe just to stay with you and just to give us a feel, just a high level overview of the proposition.
Yep. So it's in-house 5 multi-asset portfolios, and they're aligned to the client's risk profile, so defensive, cautious, balanced, growth and aggressive. We are truly multi-asset in nature, so we're invested in equities and bonds, but also alternative assets, and importantly, investing globally, so we have that diversification benefit by region. We believe in the benefits of blending both active holdings as well as passive funds, so passive index tracker funds, which are very low cost, and we use our scale as a business to really drive down costs and pass those benefits on to the client, and it's a very efficient way to get market exposure. But we also use active managers externally, getting the best of breed from the whole of the market within equities, fixed income and alternatives to really drive excess returns and bring down volatility. And we're a very low cost solution, so we're one of the lowest cost managers of the True Potential investment partner suite.
Excellent. That's a great introduction, Paul. Matt, maybe just to dig in a little bit more on that, what do you think are the sort of core philosophies of Growth Aligned?
Yeah, so we've just picked out 3 for the video, Chris. So the first, and we would probably argue is the most important, is we are style agnostic. Yeah. So some of the other manager partners that we use here at True Potential have maybe more of a focus on value investing or growth investing, say. What we do as a team is actually we look at what the market backdrop is looking at, and also what valuation opportunity sets in front of us. So we don't say we're going to be value, we'll tilt the portfolio exposures depending on what is in front of us. Second is very important, and linked to that is our valuation framework. So we're very much valuation driven. So we look at assets on both an absolute or historical valuation basis, so looking at what it looks like relative to its own history, but we also do that on a relative basis. So we might look at the valuation of equities compared to fixed income instruments. As Paul mentioned as well, we're also we use both active and passive managers when building the portfolios.
I guess, Matt, for clients who are watching the video, and obviously Growth Aligned is a key part of the True Potential portfolio proposition. Why choose Growth Aligned within the True Potential portfolios? What does it add?
Yeah, so where we would start with that answer, Chris, is we are a truly multi-asset manager. So as I mentioned in the valuation answer before, we're looking across equities, fixed income, alternatives, and across the entire investment spectrum to build these portfolios, so you're not exposed just to one region or one particular asset class. The second we'd highlight is our fee. We're one of the lowest cost managers within the True Potential Investment Solutions at 60 basis points. But also, Paul mentioned how we work alongside the True Potential portfolio team, and what that gives us access to is the same information and research that the True Potential portfolio teams picks up from our investment partners. So we're getting the research, we're seeing their asset allocations and any changes they're making. So that's a powerful source of information for the three of us.
Excellent, thank you, Matt. And maybe just sticking with you just for the final question. So one of the key things that we think about as a firm, but also as an investment team, is sustainability. You know, it's something that is incredibly important to all of us within the firm. Maybe just walk us through, how do Growth Aligned think around sustainability?
Yeah, so sustainability is very much ingrained into our investment approach and our research approach. So we try to take this on two different accounts. So we look at the instruments we're investing in, what they're doing, and also at the firm level, so the provider of that instrument. So if we think about at that instrument level, what we're looking at is things like the size of the resources dedicated to sustainability, the expertise of that team, their experience, and then if they're doing any screening, so whether they're screening out potential controversial investments. At the firm level, we also once again look at the resources across the entire firm to see what they've got available. We look at things like, are they signatories to certain sustainable initiatives such as the UNPRI? We're looking at diversity, etc. So there's many things that we look at that forms our investment decision.
Excellent, thank you, Matt. And Kevin, just on to you. So really, I guess, you know, one of the things that we talk about is goals. And what would you say are the almost like the primary goals of the True Potential Growth Aligned solution? And maybe, you know, how do you achieve these goals?
So I think the first thing we have to do is we have to demonstrate that Growth Aligned as a fund proposition can stand on its own 2 feet. So that is the track record of the fund in comparison with the other True Potential partners is competitive, and that on a risk-adjusted basis, it gives an attractive suite over a long time horizon of returns for True Potential clients. I think another objective is, as Matt mentions, to be truly multi-asset, so we don't have a fixed allocation to bonds and equities. We're able to use the aggregate strategic asset allocation framework to lean into the areas that we think offer the best value using our process, and alternatives are a key component of that now, especially in this current environment of the difficulty that equities and bonds have faced. And just as important is the focus on cost. The compounding effect from being able to reduce the overall fee or cost of the Growth Line proposition, compounded over 5 or 10 years, is a tremendous value add for True Potential and obviously for our clients. So those 3 tenets are the focus and the objectives of the fund.
Excellent, that's fantastic. And maybe, you know, just thinking a little bit around, you know, just to finish off, what do you think is the unique selling point of the fund range?
So I think we are, with the strategic asset allocation framework, we can aggregate all of the manager views within the True Potential partner framework and see it as a research input. I think our investment process likes to keep things very simple, which is we think of economic cycles in terms of just 2 key components, which are growth and inflation, and we can separate those into 4, just break out those 2 components into 4 distinct regimes. And we're genuinely multi-asset, so we are willing to lean into the areas that do offer the most value based on our research inputs and valuations. So we will take cyclically adjusted views based on where we think we are in the economic cycle.
Excellent, fantastic, Kevin. Well, listen, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Paul. Everyone who's watching this now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this has given you a lot more, I guess, deeper information around the Growth Aligned team, what they do, and the True Potential portfolio proposition. We look forward to coming back to you with our next set of Meet the Manager videos, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.